Hello everyone, if you are watching this video it means you are an absolute beginner, so I've got you covered. So in this video we are going to start with very basics of crochet, starting with a slip knot, and then by the end of the video you'll be able to make something of your own. So to start with you will need some yarn, a hook, in my case it is 3.5mm, and a stitch marker. So let's start by holding a hook. You're going to hold a hook like this in between your two fingers and thumb on top of it. Now in order to make a slip knot, wrap the yarn around your finger like this, and then you'll have a loop. Now you have to insert your hook right through the loop from the back, and then yarn over through the working yarn and pull it through the loop. Now this is your slip knot, and pull the working yarn on the left side in order to adjust the size of the slip knot. So now we are going to chain into the slip knot. But before that, if you pull both the threads like this, you will undo the slip knot. And then again I'm going to show you how to make it. So wrap the yarn around your finger and you'll have a loop like this. Now insert your hook through the loop like this, and then yarn over with the working yarn and pull it through the loop. Now pull the working yarn to adjust the knot, and now you have the slip knot. So to start working with the foundation chain, I'm going to insert the hook through the slip knot like this. I'm going to insert it through the slip knot. Now we are going to yarn over through the hook and then pull the hook back from the knot. This is our first chain. There's a V that you can see, so that V is one stitch. Now I'm going to repeat it, yarn over and I pull through the loop. This is the second stitch. Again yarn over and pull through the loop, so this is the third stitch. So I'll be repeating the same process till I get the desired number of stitches into my foundation chain. Remember that the number of stitches you have in your foundation chain, that is the length of the foundation chain, will determine the width or length of your project. So we have to be very precise about the exact number. I'll show you guys again how to do it. Yarn over the hook and then pull the hook back through the loop. You are going to repeat the same process. So you can see like a V shape there. So the whole V is one stitch. So number of V's in your foundation chain is equal to the number of stitches you have in your chain. So at this point just repeat the process a few times and then you will get a hang of it. Also, if you have any confusion, you can anytime rewatch the first part of the video. Okay, so now we are going to create a beginner friendly square patch using a single crochets only. So for that you need to chain the desired amount of stitches that you want. So the number of stitches in your foundation chain will determine the width of your work. Also, at the end of the foundation chain, make sure to chain one extra. That extra chain will provide the height for the single crochet while we are working on the first row. So we started the chain from left to right, and now in row 1 we are going to work from right to left, and then in row 2 left to right, and then in row 3 right to left, and so on. And every time I complete my row, I will flip the work and then continue with the next row. In this manner the height of the project will increase. So now I have done the required number of chain, plus I'm going to do one chain extra. So here you can see we have different multiple V's. So each V represents one stitch, and every stitch has a front loop and a back loop. So while working on the foundation chain, we are going to work on the back loop. So the back loop is the side of the V that is on the other side, whereas the front loop is on facing your side. So now let's work on our first row. The first row will consist of all single crochet. Now I'll have to insert the hook into the second V. This is the first V, and then the next to this is the second V. So I will insert my hook into the back loop of the second V. This is the back loop. I'll insert it, then I'll yarn over, pull through the back loop, and then now I have two loops on my hook. Now what will I do is I'll again yarn over and I'll pull through both the loops. So this is how you do your single crochet. So I'm done with first single crochet on my foundation chain. Similarly, I'll do it again in the next chain. Again, insert your hook into the back loop of the next stitch, yarn over, pull the hook through the loop like this, and now you will have two loops on your hook. So again yarn over, these are the two loops, again yarn over and then pull through both the loops. This is your single crochet. So now you can clearly see this is the first single crochet that we did, and this is the second one. So now this is how it looks from the side. We are going to complete the row by doing the same thing till the last stitch of the chain. So I'll show you guys again. Like, insert your hook into the back loop, yarn over, pull the loop, and then you will have two loops on the hook. Now I'll yarn over again and then I'll pull through both the loops. Now this is the third single crochet that we are doing on the chain. Similarly, we are going to repeat the process till the last V of the foundation chain. Now you can see from the top, till now we have done 4 single crochets, and we can see 4 V's on the top. So each V represents one stitch, as I said. So there are 4 V's. This is the fourth, this is the third, this is the second, and this is the first one. Okay, so now I am at my last stitch and I am going to repeat the same process once again. That is, insert your hook and then you have to yarn over, pull your hook through the loop, and then you'll have 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over again and pull through both the loops. Now this is how your first row should look like. Make sure you do not miss the last stitch or it will decrease the width of your work as it goes on. So now we are going to turn our work. Now in order to turn it, what I'm going to do is, next I'm going to simply just chain 1 extra. But before doing that, check the number of stitches that you have in your row. In my case, I did 10 stitches, so I'm going to check if I have 10 stitches or not. And so congrats, our row 1 is done. And if you are watching till now, it means you might have done your row 1 as well. And so further on, it's just going to be the repeat of what we have did till now. So for the turning, we need to chain 1. Since we are using single crochet only, it means that you need to chain 1 in order to provide the height. Now you can see the chain 1. So we are going to skip this chain and we are going to start from the second chain, that is the second V, or you can see the second stitch. So insert your hook into the second stitch from the hook, So this is the second stitch, and I'm going to insert my hook into the second V that you can see here. And now yarn over, pull through the loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both the 2 loops. Now it's basically the same process that we are going to repeat all over the stitches till the end. Insert your hook through the V, yarn over, pull through the V back, and then yarn over again and pull through both the 2 loops that you have on your hook. This is the second single crochet of the second row. Now I'll just repeat the whole process till the end of the row, and at the end of the row I'll meet you there. So I'm nearly at the end of the row, and as you can see there are 2 more stitches left. You can identify it by seeing that there are 2 V's, as you can see. So I'm going to finish the row by doing single crochet in the 2 V's. So I'll do the same process basically. I'll insert the hook and then I'll yarn over, pull my hook through the loop, then I'll yarn over again and pull through both the loops. And then you can see there's one last stitch remaining. You have to take care of this stitch because sometimes it's difficult to identify that one more stitch is remaining. So make sure that you identify the last stitch, insert the hook into it, but then repeat the same process, yarn over and pull through both the loops. Now I'm done with my second row as well, as you can see. And then I'll again repeat the same process. I'll chain 1 and then I'll skip the first chain, and starting from the second stitch I'll do single crochets all over the row till the end of the row, and then I'll repeat the same process for the 4th row and 5th row and further on. So this is how you do single crochets basically. Also you need to make sure that you do not skip any stitch while working in rows, because if you do so, the width of your project will start to decrease as you move ahead and as you work further. So it's a good habit to count the number of stitches at the end of every row and then move on to the next row. So this is how you are going to repeat basically. Just chain 1, skip the first chain that you have did. That chain 1 will provide the height, and then move on with the other rows in the same manner. So this is how we are going to do. In the next videos I'm going to start with the basic things that you can crochet, and if you like this video, do subscribe to my channel and also comment down your thoughts of how you did it and was it easy for you. So as a beginner you did very well. From the next videos we are going to start creating something interesting, and we are going to learn in the process as well. So till then you keep practicing because you did well, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.